Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another live stream Tuesday. And I hope you had a great Monday yesterday and that everything is going well where you are. Here in the UK, it is seriously windy at the moment and the temperature's gone down, thankfully, from 37 degrees now down to about 22. But I think there's some serious weather going on all over the place, like you guys mentioned over in the USA on the last live stream. And hopefully things are okay where you are, and if they're not, just try and stay safe. But it is certainly windy here, but not disastrously windy. But hopefully everything will be fine and we won't be interrupted too much with the noise of the wind outside. But let me get you guys up on screen because, as always, we had a lot of people in the live chat room before we even started. So hopefully this is all going to work and it'll be fine. So let's have a little look down the list and see who is in the house tonight. We have Marilyn and Donna and Patrick and Linda and Deborah and Orlando and Mary and Jennifer and Alexi and David and Neil moderating in there, and Vince in the house as well, and dying to gig. And Carla moderating as well, and Laurie's in there somewhere as well. So hello everybody in that live chat room, and hello to the moderators as well. Everybody say a massive hello and thank you to the moderators for doing such a great job on these live streams. And without further ado, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen because they make all of this stuff possible on the channel, with the analysis videos, the live streams, the cover videos on here as well. So thank you guys, you know who you are, and they do also pop up in the super chat window. And a massive thank you for all of your support, it is massively appreciated. So without any further ado, even though we had a little bit of ado before the patrons came on screen, I just want to get the live likes on screen if it is possible. I'm not sure. There we go. So we're at 74 likes already and we can see it. And it was already lit up on my screen, so I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully you guys can see it above the live chat room. We are at 74, and before I went live, I was messing around with the little notification thing at the top of the window to see if I can put something at the top of the window. And there it is, it has appeared. So I've written out tonight's likes goal is 260, and that is the target that we hit on Saturday as well. I think we did get a little bit more than that, but Tuesday, I think there obviously is going to be less people watching because it is a Tuesday, it's a weekday, people are working and have much better things to do, but we will see if we can hit the likes goal of 260 tonight with the live chat room squad, and we might be able to get there. So let's see if we can have a really early spike of the likes just 5 minutes into the live stream, and we are at 91 already, so we're going to be steaming through 100 pretty soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see how that gets on, and I'll have to see as well if that notification at the top left disappears when videos play and all that kind of stuff, but we will find out. That's the first time that I've written that on the screen, and it's just an experiment for tonight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have any gremlins. If there are gremlins, then I'm not really sure what we're going to do, but the good news is that the technician person is going to be coming tomorrow to put in the new internet. The bad news is the line that they have to use got cut off by the previous company that then installed their internet. So I'm not sure whether it is going to be installed tomorrow. I'm just hoping that it is. I've already rung them and said the line has been cut. Is that going to be an issue? And then they said no, he'll come and do it tomorrow. So fingers crossed, new internet will be in tomorrow, and I'll keep you guys up to date if that's not going to happen. But hopefully we can have this final live stream with the old internet and it will work for once. We will see. But let's get the super chat window up on screen because we had some action in there and it was very early on. I'm going to have to scroll up, so thank you guys for all of these donations. And Jeannie donated $5, and this was at 5:15 this morning. So thank you for that. The message is, am I early, with a smiley face? Oh well, everyone stay safe, stay cool and rock on, wingers, and I'll see you at the next one, with a guitar and some keys and a microphone and some rock horns. So thank you for that, Jeannie. And Laura donated $10 as well, and this was at 5:45 in the morning. So thank you for that, Laura. The message is, Phil, if you've got music playing when you're driving a car, do you sing along with it? And yes, I do, if I know the song, which I usually do if I'm listening to a popular radio station, even though there are lots of popular radio stations, but the ones that play the classics, then I tend to sing along. And if I'm not doing that, I'm probably doing vocal exercises, because that's what I used to do when I used to go to people's houses to teach them the guitar. On the journey, I'd be doing ridiculous exercises like lip rolls, so anybody looking at me in the car will think, what is that guy doing? But it was just vocal exercises. But thank you for that, Laura. And Orlando was in the house early on as well, and this was at 12:15 this afternoon. Thank you for this, Orlando. It's a donation of $2. The message is, the early birds spike the likes with a thumbs up. So this is always the cue to get out the Spike the Likes mug, and you can pick one of these up in the tray underneath this video. Head over to teespring.com and you'll be able to find all of the Wings of Pegasus merchandise. Just type in Wings of Pegasus and you'll be able to find it. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Marilyn has donated $5 as well. Thank you for this, Marilyn. The message is, hi Phil, hope all is well. Would you ever consider doing a cover song of Jailhouse Rock, Pretty Please, with a heart? So possibly in the future. I think the problem is because I can't do accents, or at least I can't do them intentionally. If I'm trying to put on an American accent, I won't be able to. But when I'm singing, it tends to just happen because I learned to sing from American DVDs and American teachers and just videos on YouTube. So I tend to sound a little bit like that when I do sing. But it's also the vowel modifications that tend to happen. But in terms of trying to do a song like Jailhouse Rock, I think I'd just have to do it my own way and maybe just totally change how people think it's going to sound. But thank you, Marilyn, for that. Again, in the future, hopefully if I get a little bit more time, then I'll be able to get back to doing some covers. But Deborah has donated $4.99 as well. Thank you for this, Deborah. The message is, hi, driving to Colorado for camping. Let me move that up because it popped down. Texans, evacuate or hunker down and stay safe. Phil, use this for a great live stream hurricane party. So thank you for that, Deborah. And this is it. So it looks like in Texas we have some serious wind weather going on. So thank you for that, Deborah, and everyone stay safe if you can, and staying safe from the weather, staying safe with masks as well. There is so much out there at the moment that we have to stay safe from, but hopefully you guys are just self-isolating, keeping your distance, keeping your masks on, wearing your Wings of Pegasus masks as well, getting those shown around the world. And it's something that I tried to model before on the live streams. Didn't do a great job of it. I think you guys do a lot better job than I do. But thank you, Deborah, for that donation. And Lynn is in the house as well and has donated $50. Thank you so much for that, Lynn. The message is, if I had to pick a favourite, it would be last night's Nancy Griffith Listen to the Radio. Thanks for that, and cheers to the moderators. So thank you for that, Lynn. And thank you for the kind words about last night's analysis video as well. That was just one of those that is great to look at a singer-songwriter sometimes just playing an acoustic guitar. And like I said right at the end of that analysis video, it's like grassroots music. Just somebody who learns to play an instrument, learns to sing and can write a song. And it's just great to really go back to that minimal setup, and especially when the full band come in as well. But anyway, thank you for that, Lynn. And Ray is in the house as well and has donated $50. Thank you for that, Ray. And the message is, have a wonderful live stream, Phil and Wingers. I have a makeup piano lesson, so I will join you next time. Stay safe. So thank you for that, Ray, and I hope you have a great piano lesson and that it's very enjoyable. And thank you for the well wishes to everyone in the live chat room as well. I'm sure they all wish you the same. So Lucy has also donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Lucy. The message is, howdy Phil, fellow wingers and new wingers, keep up the good work. Troll Patrol, take care everyone, and spike the likes with a thumbs up. some rock horns, a heart, and a peace. Almost did them in the wrong order there with my hand signals, but thank you for that, Lucy. And this is it, that the moderators do such a great job, and they are constantly on patrol, and also spike the likes if you do get a chance. Thank you for that, Lucy. And we're going to just scroll down a little bit to see a donation that's come in from Kathleen for $20, and that's a straight up donation, so thank you for that, Kathleen. And Carl has donated $5. Thank you for that. We all know what this is for. And there we have it, across the pond. Happy Born to Run Day, and New Jersey State song Laugh Out Loud. And I hope that I got that correct, but thank you so much for that, Carl. And Sue has donated $20. Thank you for that. And the message is, you are amazing. I'm going to scroll down just to read that. That could have said anything underneath that before I scroll down. You are, but amazing, I will take. Thank you very much for those kind words, Sue. And we are going to be jumping into the first video of the night. Again, thank you guys over on Patreon for answering my requests in order for me to set up this show and get everything organized. It seems like everything's working at the moment. Fingers crossed it will continue. And we're at 118 likes. So already 12 minutes into the live stream, we've passed 100. Thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up button and the subscribe button on the channel as well, because we are, I think, closing in on 147,000 subscribers, and it looks like maybe we will reach that soon. So thank you everyone for subscribing to the channel as well as hitting the thumbs up. The thumbs up do help the channel to get out there and get the bots, or the YouTube algorithm, as it's called, to help the channel spread around a little bit and for more people to see it. But certainly the subscribers really help as well. So thank you everyone for that. We are going to be jumping into the first video of the night, and this is going to be my lyric video for Hero. It was requested by Donna over on Patreon, and Donna did say that she was requesting one, not that I would see it because so many people request different songs, but this is just to show that I see all of the requests, and I do have a look down the list, and I'm not just going to pick ones that are just the most requested. If somebody wants to hear a particular song, I'll try and do it as fair or as fairly as possible and give everyone a chance to get their song played on the live stream. So this is Hero, the lyric video version of it for Donna, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you afterwards, and if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be in the live chat room while this is playing. Rock! And there we have it. That was my song called Hero, and that's available on my album called Persistence, which you can grab over at wingsofpegasus.com/store. And that's where all my music is. You can download tracks individually if you want to, or get that whole album. So I want to get the super chat window up on screen again, because we did have a little bit of action in there. I think just before the video started, we had a donation. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anybody here. But thank you to Ken, who has donated $5. Thank you for that. And the message is, hello Phil, as long as you got the words right to Jailhouse, go for it. Do your own thing with the song Rock On with lots of rock horns. So thank you for that, Ken. And Teacher Man 1955 has donated $5. Thank you for that. The message is, hi Phil, here's for some polish to cover that black nail. Laugh out loud, spike those likes, love all the analysis, and some rock horns, some guitars, and 2 full moons this month. So thank you for that. And this is something that I've been thinking about with my little finger, because it's got a black nail. I was thinking maybe I should paint one of the other nails black, so then it looks like it's intentional. Or maybe just having one nail looks like it could be intentional. I'm not sure. I think my nail doesn't really know what's going on at the moment, but it looks like it's probably going to fall out or do whatever it does when the nail dies, because it's just black and nothing's really happening with it at the moment. But we will see what happens to my nail, and maybe I can just have a left hand that has lots of black nails, and then nobody will ever know that one of them's just injured and the other ones are absolutely fine. They'll all blend in. But thank you for that donation, and I want to make sure that I don't miss anybody here, because Vince came in with a $10 donation, so thank you for this, Vince. The message is, Phil, passing along a question from Jennifer Sun. How hard is to repaint a guitar? Question mark. And I've never repainted a guitar myself, but I know enough to know that if you want to do it properly, it's quite a big job, and you need to give it to somebody who knows what they're doing, and you've got to make sure that you're in a very well ventilated space. And what I'm meaning is that when you've got a guitar that's already got a finished color, and it is a finished guitar, whether it be a matte finish or a gloss finish that's a bit more shiny, when you repaint a guitar, you can't just paint on top of the previous finish. You have to get rid of the paint and ideally sand it down all the way to the underlayer and the wood. And you don't want to go, this is why you need somebody who knows what they're doing to sand it down, so that you don't actually go too far with the sanding and start taking away the wood underneath, because then it will look like you've got a bit of a gap or a dent in your guitar because you've sanded too far. But anyway, so you want to take it all the way down to its base level, the wood, if you are really starting from scratch, and then put on your underlayer and decide whether you're going to go for a matte finish, how many layers you want to do, if you want to have your first layer and then put a glossy finish over the top of that. So as I said, I've never done it, but I've seen people doing it, and yeah, if you are doing it yourself, you want to make sure that you have your goggles on and your mask as well. It's well ventilated, and obviously it's got to be left in order to dry, and I'm not sure, probably at least 24 hours for each coat in order to get a nice finish on it. But anyway, like I said, I've never done it before, but I know that it's not an easy job. I'm sure that a lot of people in the past have tried to do it themselves and have probably run into problems, because you really have to approach it from a professional point of view if you want a professional looking finish. If you're not worried about the finish, then absolutely fine, just go for it. Spray paint it or whatever you want to do, but make sure your space is well ventilated. But I would always go to someone who knows what they're doing. But anyway, thank you for that, Vince, and Jennifer as well. And Linda Z is in their house, as she is now known on the live streams. And this is a donation of $5. Thank you for this, Linda. The message is, what types of things make you laugh out loud? I mean, real side-splitting laughter. So, there was a video today that one of my friends sent to me, and I don't know where the video comes from. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but it's a guy who's sitting there with his guitar, and he's just about to start a live stream or something like that. And he says, okay, and he says, and this is a song, and then he leans over to do something out of shot, and then he falls back on his chair and he hits his guitar on the piano, and then he falls underneath the piano, and then he swears because he's stuck underneath the piano, and then you can hear his wife calling in the background. It's just classic slapstick stuff, but just being a musician myself and watching it, it's just funny because it's the kind of thing that happens when you've got your guitar. You'll lose your balance and you'll hit it on your piano and it'll just be a nightmare. And then his wife comes down and she's in her dressing gown, and then the dog comes in as well and starts barking. So it's all kicking off. But that is one of those videos that I have actually laughed out loud at tonight and today. So I know that it's probably it's not very good to laugh at somebody else's misfortune, but he was okay. He wasn't injured. It was just one of those things that somebody falling off a chair, especially when they're just seriously about to start a song. It's just something that really did tickle me. Other than that, I think comedy movies wise, I do laugh a lot at things like Anchorman and Will Ferrell. It's just probably a silly sense of humour. Also, The Office, that's something else that we have here in the UK that I think is now over in the USA, but certainly the UK version of that I laugh out loud to, and it's just the embarrassing situations. And this is the thing that a lot of people here in the UK say, that they can't watch The Office because it makes them cringe. But I don't think they realise that it isn't real. They are actors acting. So the cringe version of it, if you're watching it and it was real life, then it would be cringeworthy. But watching it as a comedy show, I do find it very funny. But anyway, so I'm not going to go into my whole history of comedy, but those are the things that I laugh out loud at mostly. But thank you so much for that, Linda. And Kay has donated $5. Thank you for that, Kay. The message is, what is the purpose of a multi-necked guitar? So thank you for that, Kay. Sometimes you've got different purposes here. So sometimes you might see a guitar, for example, Richie Sambora, who played with Bon Jovi, almost Bon Jovi. That was my brain trying to take a little bit of the next word. Anyway, so Richie Sambora had a double neck guitar where one neck was actually a 12 string and the other neck was a 6 string. And that is obviously multi-purpose because it's going to give you a different sound and a totally different set of options with the 12 string as opposed to the 6 string. But more often than not, if you do see two guitars or a guitar that has two necks on it and they both have 6 strings, what that'll be for is difference in tunings. So rather than having to tune your guitar between songs, sometimes a guitarist will start a song on one neck and, for example, they might be tuned down to E flat in another song, and it means that they don't have to go and get another guitar because the other neck is tuned to E flat. So it depends what the guitar looks like that you're looking at, but generally if it's just 6 strings on 2 separate necks, then you'll get that difference in tuning. That's the main reason for it. If it's a 6 string and a 12 string, then they could both be tuned to standard tuning, but obviously the 12 string is going to be for that more acoustic, full-bodied sound, and that's certainly what Richie Sambora used it for, and uses it for. So thank you so much for that donation as well, Kay, and the question. And Orlando has donated $2 again. Thank you for this. The message is, Hero is one of your best. Great work. So thank you for that, Orlando. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. And thank you for those kind words. And Mary is in the house and has donated $5. Thank you for this. The message is, hi Phil. Is it difficult to create novelty guitars, ones in weird shapes and colours, made from doors, etc.? Do they sound right or just look odd? So, there's different ways to attack this from when you're making a guitar out of something that is a bit random, that, for example, you might be making one out of a spade or something like that. And Justin Johnson, let me just throw his name in there because he did that on the channel. I did an analysis of him on the channel, but on his channel, he makes guitars out of all kinds of things. But anyway, back to the point that if you're making an electric guitar, then like with Justin, what he did was have the strings and attached to the top of the spade. I can't remember what you guys call it over in the USA. Maybe a spade's the wrong word, but it's, I'm sure you guys know what I mean, a spade for digging. But anyway, if you've got something to attach it to and you can nail it to at the top of whatever it is, and you can also fix it at the bottom of whatever it is, it means that if you can just get the tension and up to a particular note, you don't have to worry about connecting the notes to the fretboard when you're playing it if you're playing slide. And this is something that Justin did. So it meant that once you've got the tension to the correct tuning for the guitar, like, you know, the tuning, oh, you probably don't know, but you've got the E string, the B string, the G string, the D string, the A string, and the low E string. If you can get those pitches by increasing the tension to those strings, then you'll be able to play slide on that because you're not making contact with the fretboard when you play slide guitar. So that's why you can make a slide guitar out of lots of different things, because you don't have to make contact with anything. Whereas if you're trying to play a spade as a fretted instrument, then that would be a problem because you now have to make contact with the wood, or you have to make contact with something pushing the string down onto the fretboard or whatever it is in order to get it to sound. And this is where, as you can imagine, if you are making a guitar out of a spade, then the spade might not work because it's not flat. It's going to be rounded, so you'll push down the string and it'll slip off and you won't get a note to sound. So this is the thing. If you are making a guitar where you need to fret notes, you will have to have some kind of flat fretboard that you can push the string down onto. But if you're just playing slide guitar, you can then really open up your options as to what you want to make it out of. As long as you can just maintain tension from point A to point B, then you'll be able to play slide guitar on that. And you can even just have one string or two strings, it doesn't matter. You can just have that tension and play slide on it. And there have been some players, Seasick Steve, easy for me to say, too many S's, but he's another one of those guys who just plays sometimes on two strings and sometimes even on one string. He's just, whatever he's got, he will play. But I hope that answers your question, and hopefully that didn't go on for too long. But let me just also scroll up. So thank you for this, guys. Thank you for that, Mary, as well. Carla has donated $4.99, and the message is there anything you're afraid of? Spiders, snakes, mice? So I think spiders I'm not too bad with. If there's a spider in here or in my room, I will pretty much not grab it, but I'll collect it in something and just chuck it out the window. So I'm not too bothered about that. Sometimes if they're trying to escape and they make a web and they dangle down, I'll grab their web so that they're dangling down. The other day, I did have a spider that I grabbed and it was dangling down. So I know the only option is to either go on the floor or he goes onto my hand. In which case, if he's on me, then it means I'll definitely be able to get him out the window, as long as he doesn't crawl up my arm and hide in my hair or something. But with that, I did have to go across to the room that I wanted to throw him out the window. It was at night, so I had to go across in the dark, hoping that he didn't go on the floor, or if he went on my hand, I'll be able to feel him running on my hand. But anyway, so I don't mind spiders too much. Snakes, I don't mind snakes either. I don't have a problem holding a snake. I did that at school once where we had this visit from, I don't know why they visited, but from either a sanctuary or a zoo or something, but I held a snake. I didn't have a problem with that. Mice, I don't mind either. So I think more reasonable fears that I do have are when I am high up and in danger of falling a long distance, which I think is probably a common fear for most people, because when you are afraid of a height, it's because you could die from falling from that height. Whereas the other fears of, like, spiders and other things and creepy crawlies, I'm not really that bothered about, because I know that, especially in the UK here, they can't really hurt you. I think it would be different if I was in Australia or something where they have these crazy spiders that can bite you and hurt you quite badly and even kill you. Then I'd probably be a bit more scared of them. But in the UK, we don't have spiders like that. But anyway, thank you for that, Carla. And Orlando has donated $5 again. Thank you for this, Orlando. The message is, yesterday I dropped a 25-pound weighted plate, about 12 to 13 kilos, on my right big toe. Ouch. So take care in the gym, Orlando, with the heavy weights. This is something that I can relate to. I haven't dropped anything on my toe, but I have kicked a weight before, stubbed my toe on it, and I think it was about 35 kilos. I was doing some upright rows. I'm sure Orlando will know what I'm talking about here. Just on the bench, and yeah, I left that on the bench and then turned around and kicked it accidentally with my big toe. So yeah, that hurt as well. But dropping 12 to 13 kilos on your toes is not a good idea, and it depends how bad it was, but maybe your big toe will start to look like my little finger, because that is what can happen. But hopefully that'll all be fine. You'll be back to the gym soon. And thank you, Terry, as well, who has donated $5. Thank you for this. I'm just going to scroll down a bit to make sure that everything is okay, and that's fine. So to follow up from Saturday, thank you for that, Terry, the $5 donation. The follow-up from Saturday, I studied some Liverpool and River Mersey history, or River Mersey history. Cool place. Dre Marsden last sang with the Facebook crowd there in 2019. So thank you, Terry, for that update. I think I said on the live stream that I wasn't sure if he'd done anything after 2018. So thank you for that update, Terry, and the donation. And Deborah has donated $20. Thank you for this, Deborah. And this is for the Cross the Pond Fund. Come over as soon as you can. Safely travel. You brighten this world. So thank you for the kind words, Deborah. And the Cross the Pond Fund, the Phil Fest, the PhilCon, whatever it's going to be, at some point we will get there in the future, and hopefully it'll be someday sooner rather than later. But thank you for that, Deborah. And Ian is in the house again. Everyone say hello to Ian, because Ian hasn't been around for a while, but I always say that if you want to check out some new music, head over to Ian's channel, because he's always making something new over there, but also has a cover of one of my songs, Don't Cry. And thank you, Ian, for doing that cover. But also thank you for this donation, and it is for $146. So thank you so much for that. The message is, for getting to 146,000 subs, good work. So that is massively appreciated. Thank you, Ian, for that. And everybody go and check out Ian's channel if you do get a chance. And also, Deborah has donated $4.99. Thank you for this, Deborah. The message is, hi, Phil. Since we are talking about what makes you laugh, I'd love to know if you ever get angry. Thanks for all you do. And I don't think I get angry, but I do get frustrated and maybe annoyed. I think angry, I probably think of people hitting things and like shouting out loud. But I get frustrated, and that's mostly when the internet doesn't work, or when a video doesn't work and then I have to re-upload it and then it doesn't work again. And it's those kind of things that once I've been through all of the recording and the editing, it's all the admin kind of stuff that you don't expect. That's what makes me a little bit annoyed, because I know that I've got other things that I need to be doing and other messages that I need to answer and emails to do. So when something takes a long time that I thought wouldn't take a long time, then it just gets a bit annoying. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I get angry, just more annoyed than anything. But thank you for that donation, Debbie, and thank you as well, Karen, who's just popped in as well underneath that. I need to scroll down just to make sure that I don't miss that. And the Karen as well, by the way, requested a cover video that we're not going to play on tonight's live stream, but I will put it in for Saturday night's live stream, because I know that I said in the last live stream that I'd work out a way to get that on the live stream. So we'll do that on Saturday, Karen. But thank you for this donation. The message is, hi, Phil. I'd like to share a quote from Shakespeare with you. If music be the food of love, play on. I send healing wishes for you to play on. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that, and thank you for the well wishes as well. As you could see, I think in the last video or two, I have managed to pick up the guitar, and my little finger is okay for fretting notes at the moment. I don't think any bends are going to be attempted for at least the near future, but maybe in the possibly nearer kind of future, maybe 2 or 3 days. I'm going to leave it a little bit, just see what the nail's going to do, but it's not as painful as it was, and I'd say if anything, it is pretty much okay. It doesn't feel any different to normal when I'm just doing normal things. So obviously if I hit it on something or catch it on something, then it might hurt, but I make sure that I don't do that. And I have also been cutting the nail down to make sure that it doesn't catch on anything as well. But anyway, thank you, Karen, for that. And Linda Z has said and donated $2. Thank you for this. The message is, a spade is kind of shovel, or is a kind of shovel. So that's what I was probably thinking of, or a word that maybe everyone will recognize more than a spade is a shovel. And a spade, I just remembered on a deck of cards, you have a spade. And yeah, a spade doesn't look like the thing that I'm thinking of, so it must be a shovel. So thank you for that, Linda Z. And Joan has donated $49.99. Thank you so much for this, Joan. The message is, your cartoons always make me laugh. I think your experiences with your internet provider are fertile ground for a new cartoon with a winky face. So thank you for that, Joan. And I remembered something last night that I can't remember now, but it was another ridiculous situation that I was thinking of in my gigging history, but I'm going to have to try and remember what that is, because I thought at the time, oh, I could do a whole nother video on whatever that situation was. Anyway, I'll think of it again at some point in the future. I'm sure I'll be able to remember it. I just need the right trigger if I'm doing something musically in order to remember. But thank you, Joan, so much for that donation. We are going to be jumping into this cover video, and it is going to be I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew, my version of it. It was requested over on Patreon again, so thank you guys for this. And it was Kevin and Marilyn and Lynn as well. So we're going to be jumping into this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be in the chat room as always while this is playing, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. I keep looking for something I can't get. My broken hearts lie all around me, and I don't see an easy way to get out of this. The diary sits by the bedside table. The curtains are closed. The cat's in a cradle. Who'd have thought that a boy like me could come to this? Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. was a long, hard night. She made it easy, she made it feel right. But now it's over, the moment is gone. I follow my hands, not my head. I know I was I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been some kind of kiss. I should've walked away. I should've walked away.
And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Just such a classic 80s tune, and it's certainly one of my favourite songs, or at least it's up there. It's just one of those songs that is played quite a lot here in the UK, but the classic from Cutting Crew. We are going to be getting the super chat window up on screen because we had another donation that just popped in there. So thank you so much, Teacherman1955, for this donation of $5. And the message is, hi Phil, a shovel has a square tip and a spade has a pointed tip. 260 likes. We can do it. Love Cutting Crew. You nail it with some rock horns and some more and the guitar and rock on. So thank you so much for that. And a great idea to try and spike the likes. We are at 172. It now says on the screen. So we will see how high we can get that. I think on Tuesday nights as well, we do have to rely on the catch-up crew. I can't remember what I've called everybody, but we've got the catch-up crew who help us get over the likes goal after the time, or after the live stream has finished when they're watching it on catch-up. But we will see how far we can get with our live chat room squad tonight. So if you are in that live chat room and you haven't used your thumbs up yet, if you could hit that thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated. We'll see if we can get a little spike. We are at 175 now, so we will see where we end up. As you can see on the screen at the top, we are going to be aiming for 260 on tonight's likes goal. On Saturday, we did manage to hit that, but I think on Saturday, a lot more people come through the turnstiles because it's a Saturday. Everybody's just chilling out, or at least they should be, and hopefully they get a chance too. But we will see if we can try and get to the same point as Saturday on a Tuesday night, because that would be amazing. But we're up to 178, so we will see if we can get those thumbs up. We're just looking for a few more people in that live chat room. So something that I did mention at the end of the last live stream that I meant to mention in the middle of the live stream, even though it's 1:45 already here in the UK, but it was just about in October. Hopefully it's going to be the time that myself and Buck Dharma can get together, and Buck from Blue Oyster Cult, if you don't know who I'm talking about. But I did an analysis video on Buck quite a while ago now, but I managed to hang out with him last year when he was on tour here, and yeah, hopefully he'll be on the channel in October because he's currently working on the new Blue Oyster Cult album. So that will be out, I think it's October 7th, October 8th, something like that. But Buck will hopefully be on the channel. We'll be talking about that, talking about lots of different things. But it's something that I wanted to mention for you guys to look out for, just in case you managed to miss that, I will make sure that I mention it on the live streams before it goes out there as well. But that'll be interesting, and it'll be cool just to chat with Buck on the channel. But anyway, we are going to be jumping into the next video of the night, and it looks like we're just approaching 10 to 1 here, and fingers crossed we're not going to have any gremlins. I'm really hoping that this is going to be a smooth live stream, but we will see how we get on. We're going to be jumping into my lyric video of Percy Johnson, and this is requested again over on Patreon, and I think Kevin threw this one out there. I don't think we've heard Percy Johnson for a little while. I'm not sure how many live streams, but I thought I'd throw it in there anyway, just so we have a little bit of an update to the Percy Johnson story. And there's no sequel in the works at the moment, but you never know in the future. That is something that was mentioned on live streams before. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you, Kevin, for requesting this, and I'll see you guys after. I'll jump into the live chat room while this is going on, and let's see if we can get a spike of the likes. We are up to 184, so we're looking for a few more thumbs up. Maybe we can get up to 200 by the end of this video. I do not know, we will see, but I'll see you guys after this. Rock.
Beyond London Bridge at 2, a car will be waiting there for you. For now your family are okay, as long as you do what we say. Don't hurt them, I'm coming. On the table, that was my half of the deal.
we have it. That was my song called Percy Johnson. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, that's available on my album over at wingsofpegasus.com/store. Now, you might have noticed something going wrong or going different with the likes counter. I've got rid of that for a second because I want to try and see if I can do something here with the screen capture for a question that has just come in from Kay, because Kay has asked and donated $5. Thank you for that, Kay. Kay has asked, is country music popular in the UK? If so, who are some of the UK country artists? So, a quick way to answer that, let me get the super chat window up on screen so you guys can see that. A quick answer to that is country music in the UK isn't popular. It doesn't really exist on the radio airways at all. But let me mention a band who are from the UK, and they're guys that I know. I did the most ridiculous gig with them many years ago, but these guys are just insanely talented. At the moment, they're in Nashville in the USA, and they're singer-songwriters. They're three brothers, and they are called Essex County. So what I'm going to do is, and it's great that Kay's asked me this question, because I've always wanted to mention these guys to a lot of people at once, and the live stream's going to work really well for that, because these guys, I mean, they've been playing all their lives, and they've just been working at it for so long, and they all play instruments, and, you know, they are a band. If they want to be a three-piece band, they play drums, bass, guitar, they harmonize, three-part harmonies with amazing vocals. So you guys have got to check these guys out, and if you can, go over to their Facebook page, and I'm going to try and get the screen capture up on screen. Here we go. So this is their page. So they're called Essex County, and these guys, if you go over to their page and just spam their Facebook page, if you are on Facebook, and say that Phil from Wings of Pegasus sent you, because they will know exactly who I am, and the fact that I have been chatting to them in the past, and I've always said that it would be great to try and get them on the channel or feature them in some way. So just mentioning them on the live stream here is just a great opportunity to throw these guys out there. You will not be disappointed listening to these guys. They are crazy good. So make sure that you head over to Essex County. Hopefully you guys can see this on screen, and you can go to their Facebook page. As you can see on their homepage there, they're always updating it and posting, so make sure you check out their videos. They're really cool guys, really down to earth, and just, as I said, spam their Facebook page, give them some love, and just send them lots of messages and comments, because they are definitely worth checking out. If there's any UK country band or artist worth checking out, then it is definitely Essex County. So type that in and check them out on Facebook, send them a message, mention me, and it'll be all good, because they'll be really happy for the attention as well, but also the fact that they are just songwriting over in Nashville as well for other artists, so they are really getting there, appearing on radio shows as well. In fact, if you are over in the USA, you might be able to catch these guys live at a venue near you, because they do tour and they play as much as they can. They play in bars and clubs all over the place, and they are so talented. So check them out if you do get a chance. And thank you, Kay, for that donation and that question as well, because it's great when I can push people in the direction of not only talented artists, but also friends of mine who are really talented, who are just trying really hard and just work so hard at it and really do deserve all the breaks that they get. So thank you for that, Kay. And Orlando has donated $5. Thank you for this, Orlando. The message is, Patrick Blum can help Percy Johnson with that 2 million more. So thank you for that, Orlando, and maybe Patrick can help out with some kind of loan that he can give to Percy in order to pay that ransom. But thank you so much for that donation, Orlando, and all of you guys tonight in the super chat window, and all of you guys going along the bottom of the screen is about to start again. The sponsors of this video and just the whole channel over on Patreon. Thank you guys, you know who you are. If you do want to get involved yourselves over on Patreon, then you can do. That is the link, patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and they are the foundation of this channel. They make everything possible and allow me to make videos every single night, as well as doing these live streams, and make them as consistent as possible. Hopefully in the future they'll be even more consistent because of the internet and being able to sort that out as well. It's something that is possible because of the support from my patrons, but also you guys in that super chat window. So thank you so much for that. We have had a little bit of action in the super chat window again, and Marilyn has donated $5. Thank you so much for that, Marilyn, again. And the message is, how do you take care of your guitars? I love being here, such a good place to be, with a heart. So thank you for that, Marilyn. And with my guitars, generally out here, the temperature stays pretty consistent, and it's going to be slightly warmer in here than it is outside, but the room warms up and it cools down at a steady rate. So it's not as if they are out here being suddenly heated up to a ridiculous temperature. It's going to be really gradual, which doesn't affect the guitars. Thankfully, if there is going to be any crazy weather, like maybe -3 or -5 or -10, anything like that, then I do tend to take the guitars inside to a kinder temperature so that it doesn't affect the wood too much. But other than that, when I change my strings, I just give them a good clean and give them a brush with a soft brush as well, clean the frets, and that's pretty much it. And it seems to work for me. I mean, if you do change your strings regularly, then you shouldn't have a problem with keeping everything nice and clean with your guitars, and that's what I do. Just every string change, I just give it a little bit of an MOT for my guitars, but that's how I look after my guitars. So thank you for that, Marilyn. And Linda Z is in the house again and has donated $5. Thank you so much for that again, Linda Z. And the message is, how did you originally get connected with Buck Dharma? Looking forward to October. Your live interviews are always so entertaining. So thank you for that. And Buck is just one of those guys that reached out to me and was a fan of the channel and asked if I wanted to go and hang out and watch him perform and watch Blue Oyster Cult perform as well. And of course I said, hell yes. So I just went down to what's known as the Hammersmith Apollo here in London and just got to hang out with Buck and yeah, just met him backstage. It's interesting because with these venues, of course, there's a massive queue outside, and I had to say to the security guys that, oh, I'm here, because they said, oh, have you got a ticket? And I said, I'm here, Buck has invited me down, and of course, they didn't want to let me in, and I said, no, I swear he definitely let me in. So then I had to call him on the phone, and even still, I was saying it's Buck on the phone, but I guess they don't know that it's Buck Dharma on the other end of the phone, so Buck said, don't worry about it, I'll come out backstage or behind the venue and come and meet you. And this is the thing, that Buck had to try and sneak out to meet me because everyone's queuing up, and I'm sure if they saw Buck, they'd all run over and try and get an autograph and go crazy. So we had to do it a little bit cloak and dagger and be a bit sneaky, and I just went around the back there, and then Buck came out, and then we got through the security at the back, and it was all fine. So yeah, that is it. Just Buck, such a nice guy, and just approached me about coming down to a gig. So that was really cool to be backstage and also listen to Blue Oyster Cult and just check them out in a live setting. And the Hammersmith Apollo is such a cool venue as well. So I'm much indebted to Buck Dharma for that, and hopefully we can get together on the channel as well. But thank you, Linda, for that donation and the question. And Carla has donated $4.99, and the message is done. Posted, Phil from Wings of Pegasus has sent us to invade you on their Facebook with a winky face smile. So thank you for that, Carla. And everyone head over to Essex County, just type that in, just Essex County Band or Essex County Music is what that page is called on Facebook. And obviously don't just say that I'm just invading or sending you to invade for any bad reason, just to check out their music because it's definitely worth a listen. But all you guys just head over there. It'll be massively appreciated if you could show them some love over there. So thank you as well, Vince, who has just popped in with a $5 donation. Thank you for that. The question or the message is, Phil, it's Pamela Alford's birthday. Wish her happy birthday, everyone. So everyone in that live chat room, say a huge happy birthday, and I'm sure that everybody in that live chat room just wishes Pamela the best, and everyone say a massive happy birthday to Pamela in that live chat room. So thank you, Vince, for bringing that to my attention as well. So we are going to be jumping into the last video of the night, again requested over on Patreon, and this was the Paris Nord acoustic version, and I think the other requests for Paris Nord didn't specify, so I just took whichever one that did specify for the acoustic version, and this was Lynn and Deborah and the two Teresas who requested this, and Marilyn was in there as well. So we're going to be having a little listen to this acoustic version where I play it through once, then I play it through again and harmonise with myself, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys after. Rock! Hello, Phil here, obviously. This is going to be my acoustic version of one of my album tracks called Paris Nord, and I'm going to film another bit after this and edit it in so that I can sing the other part of the chorus with myself.
If I had known, if I had known for just one moment you'd be gone, it's not okay, we want to know, lost in your eyes, Paris night skies, both hypnotized. Find a way to find your way, spend the night with you in Paris Nord. It's so unfair, you left me there, you took the 935 from Paris Nord. In a heartbeat, you were gone, like ships in the night, love at first sight, holding you tight. Find a way to find your way, spend the night with you in Paris Nord. It's so unfair, you left me there, you took the 935 from Paris Nord, left with just her aroma from our standstill adventure. Now I'm stuck in a world of regret, and it's 9:35. I'm not happy, but I feel alive. So much I wanted to say, but now it's too late. Find a way to find your way,
there we have it. That was my song called Paris Nord, the acoustic version of it, obviously, and the recorded version of that is available on my album, and that is something that we do have a lyric video that we do play sometimes on the live streams, so you can hear that, maybe another live stream in the future. But thank you for requesting that, guys, over on Patreon. It's much appreciated. And I just want to make sure that I haven't missed any super chat donations. I think we are okay. Let me just have a little scroll up, because sometimes they do pop in and I don't see them, but we are up to date. And that was Pamela's birthday, so I hope Pamela has a great day today. And I did see Pamela's name go through, where she said that she was giddy from all of the attention from the happy birthdays that are coming through in the live chat room. So that's great, and thank you everyone for wishing Pamela a happy birthday, and I hope you have a great day, Pamela. So we are going to be calling this to a close pretty soon. I just want to see, there we go, we can see the likes, 208, and that's probably my fault because I removed the likes counter, so we didn't get to see how many were on screen. We've just gone up to 210, so let's see if we can get a final spike of the likes. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, it would be massively appreciated if you could, because it really helps this channel to get out there and for just the videos to be seen by more people as well, and get more people involved in these live streams. I know on a Tuesday there are going to be less people, but we will start to see if we can increase the live chat room squad in these Tuesday night live streams. And the Saturday night live streams are always a little bit hectic, it especially was on the last live stream on Saturdays. And another huge shout out to the moderators for doing such a fantastic job on Saturday, but also on Tuesday as well. So Carla, Neil and Laurie in that live chat room, thank you guys for the work that you do. I just want to get the super chat window up on screen, because I think we have another donation that's just popped in, or one or two or three, and Perry has donated $5. Thank you for that. The message is, Phil, drill a hole in your fingernail and allow it to drain and fall off. Another will come in, and the acoustic version of Paris Nord is smiley face. So thank you for that, Perry. And this is something that I did. I didn't drill through the top of the nail, but I did stick a needle underneath my nail. And it didn't feel particularly great, but it then allowed all the blood underneath the nail to come out. So it meant that I did that, I think, 2 or 3 days after, because it was something that Carla, one of our moderators in here, and also Laura, I think, suggested doing it. So it released the pressure, and then pretty much within 4 or 5 hours, it was a lot less painful, because there was obviously a lot of blood underneath the nail, and it was increasing the pressure, and the more blood that there was, the worse it was getting. So yes, I managed to just go through a little bit of pain with a needle underneath the nail, and yes, it did get to a point where the nail just totally wasn't connected to anything underneath, so I think it is going to fall off at some point, but at the moment it's still hanging in there. So thank you for the advice as well, Perry. And Orlando has donated $5 again. Thank you for this. And the message is, I woke up too late to make any requests, but thank you to all who requested these great songs. You all rock with some rock horns. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Susan has donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Susan. The message is, thanks for a wonderful time, rock. So thank you everyone for the donations tonight in the super chat window, and all you guys hitting that thumbs up, because it looks like we're going to be at 217. So it means that we are now looking up, or looking out towards the catch-up crew who are going to be giving these likes hopefully in the future. So if you are watching this in the future and you've got a thumbs up you haven't used yet, if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be great, because we are still looking to try and reach, let me get that on the screen again, 260 likes. So this now applies for the catch-up crew, and you know who you are, you guys out there who watch this after the fact on Patreon, but also on YouTube. If you are watching this in the future, obviously you might have to check your times because it's 11 minutes past 1 here in the morning in the UK, which means that if it doesn't work out with your time zone, that is the time here in the UK, then you are watching this on catch up, and we are all looking at you to get us over that line to 260. So hopefully that is something that we can reach for this live stream. And as always, I'm going to be live again on Saturday night, and hopefully things will be a little bit less crazy than last Saturday. But again, massive thank you to the moderators for everything that you guys do on these live streams. So we're going to be now leaving this live stream on a Tuesday night. Just before we do, Orlando's just popped in to the super chat window, has donated $5. Thank you for that again. The message is, go get yourself a cheeseburger and French fries with a Coca-Cola. Philip, eat up. And nice pictures there, well chosen. The picture of the burger, the fries, and the Coca-Cola. So thank you for that, Orlando. And I did have a McDonald's maybe a week ago, actually 6 days ago, because McDonald's is now open again, and it's something that has been closed for a very long time. And even better than that, for the first time I got it delivered, which meant I didn't even have to leave the house. McDonald's to the door. Talk about a dangerous situation to be in when you can start to get things like McDonald's delivered to your door, because then it's just overweight central, and not exercising is something that could definitely follow that. But thank you so much, Orlando, for that, and also for the donation for the cheeseburger, French fries, and Coca-Cola. What I tend to have is, here in the UK, you can get a Big Mac and a salad, which is what I have, and also a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke. So it means that the Big Mac is the bad part, maybe. And what about this? I know that it's 555 calories in a Big Mac. I know pretty much every food ever, how many calories there are in it, because it's something that I had an interest in when I was at university, and I also studied sports nutrition. So you need to know how much fat's in stuff, how many carbohydrates you need in order to fuel yourself for workouts, and calories and saturated fats as well, and the good fats, unsaturated fats. But anyway, that's all under nutrition. So it means that I know pretty much everything, all the calories that you have in Domino's pizza as well. I know when I'm actually eating Domino's, I'm not thinking about the calories, but I know how many calories are in one. But anyway, thank you, Orlando, for that. And Lucy has popped in there right at the end as well, and 99. Thank you for that. The message is, good night, morning, y'all, to all my fellow wingers who are in the path of Hurricane Laura. Please stay safe. So everybody, thank you, Lucy, for that, and the well wishes to everybody in the live chat room. If you are in the path of a hurricane, just take care and do whatever you have to do in order to stay safe. I'm not an expert in the things that you have to do in order to make sure that everything's locked up, and sometimes putting boards over the windows. I've seen people do that over in the USA. So everybody stay safe if you can, and hopefully it will pass and you won't get into too much trouble, but take every precaution that you can. And also, just on the wider scheme of things as well, in pretty much every country in the world, just stay self-isolating and just maintain the distance, whatever it is in your country. Also wear a mask if that's what the government's saying. That's certainly what we're doing here in the UK. But thank you, Lucy, for that donation, and everybody for your donations tonight, and just for tuning in. Let's have a little look into the live chat room a final time while we finish on 222 likes. So we've only got 38 likes, I think, that we're looking at for the catch-up crew to actually hit that thumbs up. But anyway, so we have Nora, 101, Barbara, Jennifer, Carla, Leanne, Lucy, Mary, Carla again, Mary again, and Leanne, the Mr. Ziff, and Dying to Gig, and Mary, Jennifer in there as well, Lucy, Donna, Karen, Orlando. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, and all of those very kind donations in the super chat window. And if you want to join in again, I'm sure you guys will be here. I'll be here on Saturday night to do the same thing all over again and play a few videos. And I'll also be in the analysis videos comment section every night with a new video, as is always the case. And if I don't see you there, then I'll see you on Saturday night. So everybody stay safe and just try and do everything you can to stay out of the way of a hurricane. It's not something that you want to deal with and get in the way of if you are in that path in the USA. So stay as safe as you can. Thank you everyone for joining me. And just before I go into stopping this live stream, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any donations, because something just went off in my head where I might have missed one. I just want to make sure that I didn't. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit further, because if I do miss one, it really does bug me, because I want to make sure that everybody gets their donation shouted out live. But I think I did cover everyone, and thank you everyone sometimes for letting me know in the live chat room as well. But I am going to call it a night now, so I'll see you guys live on Saturday night and see you in the analysis video comment section. So stay safe everyone, have a great morning, day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you live on Saturday night, and just try and stay as safe as you can. I'll catch you guys later. Rock!